8:14, and we want to get back out to our Lisa Monahan, who's riding along with the Highway Patrol. They do have some type of situation out on I-40. We can hear the sirens going. Lisa, where are you guys headed right now?
Don't believe he's injured.
Yeah, we are on I-40 heading eastbound to I-40 and Harrow Road. That's in the Nuwala area. You can hear we are running lights and sirens going about 60 miles an hour, which is probably about as safe as it can be to respond to these types of things. Just one of the many challenges first responders face in these situations. They want to get there as quickly as possible, because let me tell you what's going on. Reports of a semi that has rolled over in the eastbound lanes of I-40, and a person is possibly trapped. So obviously that response even more immediate when we talk about risk to.
Hang with us. Our Lisa Monahan is there. It'll click back in.
Are responding.
It's, from my understanding, both lanes are blocked. All lanes, or the eastbound lanes, are blocked in Nuwala, at Harrow Road. Our dispatch told me that the driver isn't trapped, but they don't believe he's hurt. So. That's about really all I know right now.
So when you're responding and you know that someone's trapped inside, what do you do?
Well, today I've got to get there safely, and so I'm driving 63, so that's not too awful fast. So the main thing that I want to do when I get there, it sounds like we've already got a trooper on scene.
Okay.
We've got a record already started. I think Oklahoma City Fire's got some units en route. So what we'll do is we'll try to get, when I get there, we'll try to get traffic going one way or another, whether we have to put them on the shoulder or divert them at another exit. But we'll try to get I-40 at least one lane open until we can get a wrecker service there and get that thing back up on its wheels and the highway back open. Our biggest concern when we get there is obviously the injuries, make sure he's taken care of, make sure we have medics en route, and then open the roadway.
Photojournalist Ben Latham giving you a shot of I-40 eastbound as we approach Midwest City heading toward the Nuwala area. You can see not a lot of people on the roadways. That's been the good news as we've been out and about today. When we were in the I-40 area near downtown Oklahoma City, it was a different story though. We flipped those lights, we flipped the sirens, and it was like folks didn't know what to do. Trooper Terry Hinkle with me this morning. What would you advise people if they're getting out on the roadways, they hear the lights and sirens coming, you are already having a slower response due to road conditions? What do you want to tell drivers about the lights and sirens?
This is a good example right here. So we're coming up on this pickup right here. He's got this, so now he sees me. Because I don't want to get in this left lane because it's snow covered. So just pay attention to your surroundings, and then if we come up behind you, just move over to the adjacent lane so I can get by. This is a 3-lane highway, but I'm definitely not going to get in that inside lane because it's snow covered.
Yeah, it's a 3-lane highway on a normal day, down to 2 today, as you can see on the left side. ODOT crews working around the clock to keep it clear, but obviously, like you had told us before, they clear the outside lane, then the shoulder, and work their way in. So that's why if you're seeing that left lane, that inside lane not cleared, that's just their procedures. Okay, so what was interesting to me, Trooper, when we had to do the flip around, we got off I-40, we had to flip around to go back eastbound, folks just stopped in the middle of the roadway. There were slick spots. It could have been hazardous.
Yeah, when we got off, I turned around at Western, and there were a few from I-40 eastbound they were stopped at the top of the on-ramp to Western. Me personally, I prefer that if you're at a stop sign and you hear lots of sirens coming up behind you, I would suggest that you just stay stopped. Let me pick and choose which way I'm going to go. That way I don't have to, because typically we're going to pass you on the left-hand side, because state law says if emergency vehicles approaching from the rear, you're supposed to move to the right, so we always go to the left. So, but in intersections and things like that, I would prefer you to stop and let me pick and choose which direction I want to go.
I've noticed just from my own personal experience being on the highway and hearing those lights and sirens, whether it's OHP, IMSA, any particular fire department, folks don't really know what to do, I don't think. But
yeah, there's
do you stop?
What's that?
Do you stop on the highway? I mean,
No,
is that...
absolutely not. No. Do not stop in the lane of traffic, because that puts us in a bad situation to where we can get rear-ended. It also puts other motorists in a bad situation. Do not stop. If you don't ever stop in the middle of the road. If you have to, go to the left shoulder, the inside shoulder. We prefer you go to the outside shoulder. But if it's heavy traffic, don't ever stop. No matter what it is, do not ever stop in the roadway.
As we make our way east, I want to go back to this accident. If you're just joining us, we are running lights and sirens on I-40. We're in the Midwest City area now, heading toward I-40 and Hera Road, where there are reports of a semi rolled over in that area. A person trapped inside. Trooper Terry Hinkle telling me his reports are the person is okay but trapped. We know that one trooper is on the scene right now. There is obviously some traffic concerns. Trooper, you said that the roads are at a standstill at this point if you're heading eastbound?
I think they're going on the shoulder, and there was a record. I'm just trying to pay attention.
No, I know he's got a lot going on. He's getting real-time information on his laptop, letting him know, okay, this is what dispatch is sending to him. This is who we have here. You know, they cover a very large area in Troop A. They cover Oklahoma County, Logan, Lincoln, Pottawatomie, McLean, Canadian County. And so when something happens, we're in downtown Oklahoma City. Now that response needs to be all the way out here near Nuwala. So we're trying to get there as quickly and safely as possible. And I assume at that point in time, you're watching road conditions, you're watching updates here on your laptop, you're talking to us, and we're staying safe. He's doing a wonderful job. Will your primary role be traffic control when we arrive?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'll take it when I have a chance. I'll look at the call when it's safe to do so, and then the radio traffic. But yeah, that's what I will do, since I'm going to be the second or third unit there, is figure out where I need to set up and either divert traffic off the interstate or divert them onto a shoulder inside or left. If there's a lane open, yeah, I'll be see.
Yeah, we got a guy stopping here in the roadway again. Folks, if you are heading out today and you hear sirens, do not stop on the highway. We're getting a really unique point of view here. We are showing you some of the challenges that the Oklahoma Highway Patrol troopers face in responding to critical incidents during a critical event like this snowstorm and these, icy roads, these slushy roads, these slick spots that we see. Just from my own personal observation here, as we've made our way east from the metro there in the downtown Oklahoma City area, the road's not as clear as we've been seeing all morning long. We've been with Trooper Terry Hinkle here since about 5:45 this morning, and we were reporting earlier, these roads are looking pretty clear. A lot of people staying home, so that was good news. But I did notice there were more slick spots the more we head east, which could be a contributing factor here.
Yeah,
any new updates for us?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try onto Hera Road. DOT's on scene, and it looks like the wreckers.
So you're watching live. This is our Lisa Monahan with the Oklahoma Highway Patrol Trooper Terry Hinkle. They are running lights and sirens. There you see our crew inside the Highway Patrol car. They're still about 8 miles away from this wreck that's happened. We're hearing a semi has overturned eastbound I-40 out near the Nuwala Hera area.
Hera Road, that's the exact same location if you guys were watching our live coverage yesterday where the semis could not get traction. They were spinning their wheels and eventually going backwards on I-40. It was I-40 at Hera, and we are headed to the same location today for an overturned semi.
Right, I think those were the westbound lanes yesterday. Right now, same spot, this time on the eastbound side with an overturned semi. And I think Cameron Joyner was out there yesterday, just a little east of that. There was where the semi completely did like a 180. It was facing the wrong direction.
We are also hearing they are diverting traffic there out on I-40 eastbound at Hera Road. We're watching on the map as well. Jed's getting the latest for us. That area is shut down, eastbound I-40.
As soon as we get there, we'll show you live. We're hoping there's not a whole lot of vehicles there already on the road. So
Car door from the family.
We want to take you live out to I-40 eastbound at Hera Road, an overturned semi. Lisa Monahan traveling with the OHP. They just got to the scene, so hang with us on this shot. She's trying to give us the best angle. Lisa, if you can hear us, you just got to the scene. Kind of set the scene for us. What are we looking at right here?
Yeah, I can. So if folks are trying to head eastbound on I-40,
we're working on her
Turnpike, it's
microphone.
backed up well beyond that. Definitely a traffic situation there, but here we just pulled up to this
semi that has rolled over. In the middle of your screen, you can actually see the semi is laid over on its side across all lanes of traffic. Let's listen in if Lisa
there's
can.
a trooper response. We traveled in the shoulder to get to this scene here, which is the semi. I don't know if you could see that in the middle of the screen. As soon as I'm able to get out, I could give you a better shot here, but
be careful. We're here with you,
traffic is backed up
Lisa.
for quite some time. I'm told we could be here for quite some time. As you can see, right between this trooper and the individual that they're visiting with, that bed of the semi is across the lanes, all lanes of I-40. This is near Newalla. This is in Newalla off of I-40 and Hera Road. You can see the emergency response. If you give me just 1 second, I'm going to try to get out of the car. Hang
You
with
get out
me
of the
here for
car.
just 1 moment.
Show us the video, and what's happening right now is
some
she's riding
viewers,
with
and I do appreciate
Trooper
the
Terry
concern from
Hinkle.
saying,
So as she
hey,
gets out of the
Lisa's
vehicle,
going.
she'll get a better shot right here. She's going to be careful with her photographer, Ben Latham, there. This is really just amazing access that we have with OHP there. Again, you're looking at the backup on I-40 in the eastbound lanes. This is east of the Kickapoo Turnpike, close to Hera Road. They're actually diverting traffic at Hera Road.
Yeah, so you're looking live here on News 9 as we've been riding along with the Highway Patrol. Now, just bear with us because it's been really fascinating to watch. So we'll take back in on that shot as soon as we get it. Lisa and Ben getting back out just to get a better vantage point. But that semi is across the eastbound lanes of I-40, and it is slick as everything out there. And you could tell from Lisa when they were traveling on I-40 eastbound, the roads were worse the further east that you got this morning as they were making their way to the wreck.
Yeah, and you can see as before we left them how far back that traffic goes. We have Ben's shot
There you
back up
go.
right now, shot from Ben Latham. They are out there at the scene. And as soon as Lisa's ready, Lisa, you just go ahead and jump on in and kind of describe what you're seeing. That is a semi right there on the left side of your screen.
If you
laying
can zoom
down.
in for us, for our viewers, it's hard to see. Zoom in if you can, Ben. Yes, thank you.
And it looks like they have the tow truck set up there to try and flip it back over. So that is going to be, traffic was backed up, by the way, for miles. You saw, Lisa had mentioned that they had to take the shoulder to get there. So they are working now. Looks like they're going to have a lot of cleanup on their hands as well.
Yeah, so Lisa, if you can hear us, you and Ben are doing a great job, and we are glad that you guys are okay. And here's just some of the aftermath from that semi that overturned. It looks like they've tried to clear out portions of eastbound I-40. Several Highway Patrol troopers, including who we've been riding along with, Trooper Hinkle. And Lisa, it looks like that tow truck or crane is on the westbound lanes of I-40. And interesting enough, yesterday when we were live on the air, this was that same area. Look at the troopers there. This is how slick it is. They can't even get their footing hardly underneath them. But this has been a very hazardous part over the last 24 hours.
This was the area where semis could not get traction, and they were just spinning and eventually sliding backwards. We're going to try to send it back out to Lisa Monahan. Lisa, if you can hear us, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, we were on a mobile phone to bring it to you when we were inside the car, and I was trying to give a shot of just the extent of the backup here on I-40. It took me a minute to get back over here to Ben here at this scene because it is a solid sheet of ice, just kind of ice skating along here. All right, so here we are, I-40 and Hera Road. This is in the Newalla area, an overturned semi truck. As you can see, the tractor trailer completely across all lanes of I-40. I can tell you on our approach, we ended up in the shoulder to get here, obviously, because we were riding with Oklahoma Highway Patrol troopers, so we went safely in the shoulder to get here, and it's backed up for miles, guys. It is not good. It is very slick. And the further east we got from the metro, like the downtown Oklahoma City area, the slicker it became. And Ben Latham here, our photojournalist, giving you a shot as we look back to the west at I-40 at a complete and total standstill here as they work to clean up this mess of an overturned semi. Now, initially when we were beginning our response,
it was someone trapped inside that semi. I just talked to Trooper Terry Hinkle as we just got on the scene moments ago. He said this individual is out of the semi and okay. So that is the best news we could possibly have here. All the contents of that semi truck spilling out onto I-40. It is quite a mess. I'm going to try to go over here to see what exactly we have on the roadway here. It looks like clothing of some sort. So a lot of women's clothing and boxes of clothing spread out all over I-40 as the Oklahoma Highway Patrol works to clean up this mess. The big thing here is going to be, now that we know that this driver is out safely, is going to be diverting traffic. So this is an important thing. If you're heading out, if you know someone who's stuck on I-40 right now, they are diverting traffic onto Hara Road. So I would avoid it. Trooper Hinkle told me, he said, hey, you know we're going to be here for a while, right? It's going to take them a while to get this all cleaned up. So one other thing that I want to pass along, we were getting a lot of concerns from viewers about whether or not I had on a seatbelt, and I think that's important to pass along. I would absolutely not be riding without a seatbelt. Safety first in all that we do. It was very tight across my lower abdomen, my lower midsection. I can tell you it was quite locked in order to get close enough to kind of deal with the sunlight, and that was also a part of the response. The troopers having to navigate folks stopping on the highway as well as driving straight into the sun as the sun is coming up here on the east side here. So let's see if we can go down a little bit closer here. If you guys have any questions, we're going to walk a little bit on some of the powder snow here on the side to see if we can give you a closer shot. I think they have several witnesses that are here along the sides, and oh my goodness, look here. Stuff spilled out all over the place. Oh, happy birthday. So definitely contents, a lot of packages.
Lisa, are you able to talk to any of those motorists there that in the pickup trucks, there's like 3 or 4 that are not part of the wreck, but they are stranded there? It looks like they might be on the side of the road there. Have you been able to talk with any of them yet?
So I think the truck you're talking about, Robin, is actually law enforcement of some sort, probably local PD that's in that vehicle. He's got a badge. Oh my goodness, it's so slick. I cannot tell you, it is so deceiving. It is literally like an ice skating rink. Be very, very careful, Ben, if you can. I'm going to try to get to talk to someone, but most of these that you see this close to the accident, these are law enforcement, although there are some kiddos in the back of this one. Hi there, were you involved or are you a witness?
We were the witnesses.
Would you mind if we talk to you for just a moment? Tell me what you saw, what was going on?
Sure. He was actually right in front of it. So I was right behind him when it happened. He was in the right lane.
Sorry, just one quick second. Can I get you to slide this way?
Oh,
so
yes, ma'am.
The sun's coming up here. So I'm sorry. What was your name?
Cameron Cooper.
Cameron Cooper, witnessing this rollover accident on I-40 near Hara Road in the Nuwala area. If you're just joining us, all right, tell us what you saw.
So I was in the left lane going about 20 miles an hour, and I look in my mirror, and this semi just comes hauling through. He was probably going about 50. He was in the right lane, kind of lost control, started wiggling. Then he tried to overcorrect. His trailer came out, hit the support pillar for the overpass, flipped, tore his trailer apart, and started sliding down. He came to rest right there. Me and these other trucks right here pulled aside as quick as we could because his cargo went all the way over the roadway. So we all got out, went over to check on him. He was stuck in the cab. We took out the windshield. He wasn't hurt, thankfully, but it's just kind of blocked the roadway. It made an inconvenience for everyone going on the road. People are just going too fast.
Goodness, what a terrifying situation. Is this your vehicle right here?
No, this pickup truck right here is mine.
Okay. Where were you heading this morning?
Back home to Shawnee.
Oh my goodness, what a terrifying situation. You mentioned that it slid. I mean, it is very, very, very slick here. How far would you say he slid?
He slid probably a good 200 feet. I mean, he had a lot of momentum going forward.
That is such a scary situation. I see that this other guy that you were talking to that witnessed this particular accident, he's got little babies in the back seat. Anyone in your back seat? Everyone okay?
No, just me, just coming home from work.
What a terrifying situation out here on I-40 in the Nuwala area. Anything else you could tell us about the accident? You called 911. What was your...
Yes, sir.
Okay, they're clearing us here. These witnesses are going to head out. Hey, thank you, sir. I appreciate the insight that you're providing us this morning.
Yeah,
they're trying to get these trucks out of here so they can get this stuff cleaned up and get traffic moving along again. I'm going to send it back to you guys for a moment so we can kind of regroup, and we'll touch base with you in just a moment.
Great job, Lisa Monahan. She is on I-40 eastbound at Hera. The actual crash is the Hera Bridge. The semi struck the bridge embankment, kept sliding. They are diverting traffic at the Hera exit, which is just west of where they're standing.
Jed, thanks. We do want to go back out there to I-40, this right at Hera Road, taking a live look right now at the scene as another highway patrolman pulls up right here. The trooper, just a minute ago, we saw them kind of waving on some rubberneckers that had stopped on the westbound side to take some video of this overturned semi. This is the debris left behind after the semi hit the bridge pillar. Right now, there is a tow truck hooked up to the top of that trailer. Soon, we expect it to start to try and work it back over after it flipped.
That's a tall order, too. They got to flip this whole thing back over and remove all of the cargo that's all along the roadway there. They're working pretty quickly, but the road is closed in the meantime.
And it is iced over as well. You've been watching this live coverage as News 9 exclusively riding along with the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Lights and sirens out on I-40, a semi that had rolled over. The good news, the driver is okay. Our thanks to Trooper Hinkle, letting our Lisa Monahan and Ben Latham doing a great job out there. Keep it here on News 9. We'll do a little change out here. News 9 at 9 a.m. An update on that forecast for later today. It's coming up. We've been fascinated watching the live coverage along with you this morning right here on News 9 as we've been riding along with the Highway Patrol. And boy, things took a bad turn out on the east side of the metro on I-40.
We have you covered on the ground and in the air. Let's start with Lisa Monahan. She's at that overturned semi, I-40 eastbound at Hera Road. Lisa?
Well, good morning. We are out here on I-40. It is completely shut down just east of the metro. And I can tell you, as we made our way here with Oklahoma Highway Patrol, the more you go east, the more slick it is. As you just saw this salt and sand truck go by us, OHP right now using that to help clear the roadway. It was out here actually laying down some sand and salt, and they said, hey, you know, how can we get all of this cargo you see right here behind me off the roadway? Well, let's talk about what happened with this accident. We know that there was a semi truck heading eastbound on I-40, and photojournalist Ben Latham with me. If you could just kind of show this guardrail here. From what we understand, lost control of the back part of the trailer to the semi, hit this guardrail you see here, and there are just parts of the trailer all over the place, as you can see here. I mean, just big pieces of it as he lost his trailer along the way, as he is just sliding out of control down I-40. And if we go a little bit more this way, and you could do so safely here, Ben, because it is so slick, we were walking on the shoulder where there's that powdery snow to give us our footing here. But you can see this part of the trailer right here on top of the cargo, and we got to move out of the way here just a little bit, Ben, as they are coming to clear this next run here. What I can tell you is that witnesses to the accident told me that when he flipped over, lost part of the trailer here right under Hera Road, right under this bridge, he slid for about 250 feet, turning over that semi onto the driver's side, so that he was then trapped in the cab of the semi. Witnesses getting out of the truck, going and helping him get out. Good news, he's okay. Nobody hurt during all of this, remarkably, because the witness I talked to earlier told me they just were right beside him and watched this whole thing go down. And I talked to two different witnesses. One of those witnesses had two little babies in the back seat, and I checked with them. I said, is everybody okay? Obviously a little shaken up by all of this, but good news to report out here, no one hurt. If you are heading out this morning, you got to get out. It is very slick out here near McLeod. We are at I-40 and Hera Road. And Ben, if you can turn back here to the west, I want to show you that Oklahoma Highway Patrol, as you see down there, a complete standstill on I-40. They are now directing traffic onto Hera Road. So you don't want to be heading out this way. They are rerouting the traffic as they work to get it cleared up, using the salt and sand truck to clear all of this cargo. I asked if we could speak with the semi truck driver. There's a language barrier there, so we're not going to be able to actually hear from him, but he was making his way toward California with what we believe to be some sort of like Amazon packages. So obviously some folks are not going to be getting those. But good news here. They're working to get it cleared up, hopefully sooner than later. We'll send it back to you guys for now.
Well, you're looking live. It's amazing. They have to bring in, a big snow plow to get the debris away
Push it
there,
off the side.
to get it off the side. Lisa, great job today. And just a shout out to our photojournalist, Ben Latham, as well, and to the Trooper Hinkle, for letting our cameras ride along. This has been fascinating to watch, and just an inside look at things that we don't really get to see. You know, we always arrive second as a second responder. To be there with the first responders is incredible.
So thankful that the driver is okay. Want to get out now to Jim Gardner. He's up in Bob Mills Sky News 9 giving us a bird's eye view of this crash. Jim, good morning to you. More on your perspective. Go ahead.
Good morning. Yeah, you're looking at a live aerial view for that wreck of that semi truck that's laying on its side there. Now you can see the sand truck and the ODOT truck using that to scrape all the boxes off to the side there and lay down sand there. Like I said, I-40 going eastbound is shut down. We're going to pull back wide, give you a street scope shot here of what the street scope says, and you can see Harrow Road right there. That's where they're taking the traffic off as they come eastbound, is at Harrow Road. But now we have a problem on Harrow New Walla Road. Traffic was coming off going northbound. Now we got here in New Walla Road. We had a semi truck try to make that turn right there and went off in the ditch. So now Harrow New Walla Road is shut down to the north and south. So you can see him right there. He tried to make that turn. He fell off into the ditch. He has that road blocked now. So it's just a mess out here right now. Like, go back, we'll show traffic on I-40 coming eastbound. It's backed up about a mile and a half right now. So again, they're going to have to shut down the road going westbound on I-40 at some point when they get those wreckers in here to try to right that truck up. So again, you just want to avoid this area completely here. Street scope still up, you can see that. We'll keep you updated. Jim Garpoint live from Bob Mills, Sky News 9, back to you.
Jim, great job there. It's so crazy to see that second semi off the road. Those are small little county road lanes, and it tried to take that big turn, big semi. So we've got insult to injury on this. So we're going to be monitoring this on I-40. Again, this is in the eastbound lanes at Harrow Road.